Hello, this is Reverend Angelia with today's wisdom. And this is from the First Apparition from the True Story of Fatima. Now, if you're a Protestant, you don't know about Fatima. This is a place in Europe, Spain, Portugal area, where the Virgin Mary appeared to 3 children. And it's quite celebrated in the Catholic Church. And, this is an excerpt from this book that was written by a priest. This day, Lucia and her little cousins met as usual at the small bog beyond the village, called the Barriero, on the way to Guavia, whence they proceeded to the Cova di Aria. Because the ground was rocky and filled with so much brush, they crossed it very slowly. It was almost noon before they reached their chosen spot. When they heard the church bell summoning the people to the last mass, they knew it was time for lunch. So they opened their bags and ate, as usual, saving a little for later on. Their meal finished, they sped through their rosary and then chased the sheep up the hill. Their game today would be building, making castles out of the rocks. Francisco was the mason and architect. Lucia and Jacinta gathered the stones. And so here we have these 3 little kids who are cousins, and they hang out on a regular basis. They have their little places that they go to, and they're from this little village, so they have a very idyllic life. They crossed, and got to their chosen spot on noon and had lunch, and saved a little later, so they knew between lunch and time they got home for dinner, they'd probably want a little snack, as kids do, because kids play hard. If only when we get older we could play as hard as kids do, that would be good. That's like the people say that the youth is wasted on the young, but it is what it is. And so they said their rosary, being good Catholic children. And then they chased the sheep up the hill, because they were shepherd children. That was their job, is, taking the sheep up to these hills and then needing to bring the sheep back down. And they were building, and were gathering stones. So, and that's something they've told the truth, that, they were goofing around a little bit. So that's why their story is so widely held, is that other people do witness these things later on. And kids are pretty honest, at this age, it would have been hard for these children to make this up. And that's kind of where the church stands on that. But that's it for today. Until next time.